Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus The Riven Realms. We're ready to dive into the Ember mines. The Hollow Men asked me to help, and we're gonna try. In we go. Ooh! A pit straight down into the earth. Encircled by an array of crumbling stone structures on a barren plateau overlooking western Varnarud is a great hole, the central shaft of the Ember mines. Boring such a vast pit is a miraculous feat of engineering far beyond the capabilities of present-day civilizations. And yet, a myriad of bridges, beams, lifts, and scaffoldings inside it are equally impressive. Each path leads to one of the many openings, dark portals into the depths of the earth, where fabled treasure of the mines still lies, ripe for the taking. We could actually rest here, and there's actually a Manzio. Amazing. No passengers, though. Let's assault the mines, shall we? Even from a distance, the grandeur of the Ember mines is hard to deny. Stone pillars surround a cylindrical central shaft that plunges down and emanates a dark saffron glow. Amber smoke rises from its periphery and within. Your allies are already here too. Many mill about or seem involved in various tasks of preparation relating to the coming assault. For the time being, no other scavenger gangs are here. Either they are as of yet unaware of your allies' presence or do not wish to rise from the depths and face the bulk of their forces. We will meet with our allies. As the Comitatus moves closer to the central shaft, Decanus Bane and Decurion Malice can be seen commanding groups of the Hollow Men. Most appear to be sharpening their weapons or taking stock of the gear needed for such an attack. When you arrive, it is Decanus Bane, first in command of the operation, who addresses you. "Hail, Vagrus! Marcus's blessing be upon you and the Comitatus," he says by way of greeting. "We had wondered that you might not come, but here you are." Bane flashes a grin and Decurion Malice gives a light chuckle. "Decurion Malice, please inform our ally of the plan," he commands. His subordinate stands to attention before speaking. "Most of what the Praetorian told you is true. The skull is the biggest threat to see, but the blurners will be in there too. Not to be trifled with. As the boss said, whatever the sick bastards are up to, we doubt it'll be of any bloody use. Wipe out the skull and make your way topside as soon as you can, yeah? We wouldn't want to lose you to one of their fiery sacrifices. Grim way to go. Plus, you'd best be prepared. No telling what else you'll find down there." "Which brings me to our last point," Decanus Bane chimes in. "There are rumors, Vagrus, rumors of the Gnaw." You ask him what the Gnaw is, and the two commanding Hollow Men officers exchange troubled looks. You even notice that the other Hollow Men stop what they're doing to listen into the conversation. "Look," Bane says, drawing the focus back to a more measured tenor. "We haven't seen it, but apparently there are small creatures who feast on the flesh of men in the mine's darkest depths. It's just wives' tales, I'm sure," he says before sighing. "Just stay out of the depths and we'll be fine, got it? Good, now let's get moving. You consider what you must do next." With your allies raring to go despite cautious words about the seemingly infamous Gnaw, it is time to make your move. One thing is certain. When you descend to the alternate entrance, there shall be no turning back. It follows then that making sure every member of the crew knows what to do is paramount. The Comitatus too will need to be up to scratch. These two elements are of the utmost importance. Many have died in the Ember mines doing far less than what you and your allies intend to do now. We will rally the crew and begin to descend. Just as you move to leave, a figure you had not expected emerges from the gang's ranks, hailing you and the crew with a simple hand gesture. It is Lathra, but the man's demeanor has changed. He does not resemble the defeated shell of a man you last saw, and instead has the look of someone who has found purpose beyond his station in the Iron Guard. I don't remember this person. It's probably been a long time since I talked to them. "Curious that we should see each other here of all places," he comments, "but it is good to see you." You agree with his sentiment. It is odd that you should find him here. Thus you ask him how exactly he got caught up with your allies. I was not cut out for stewardship of Scrap Heap, but now there is a different way I may be able to help its people. We will secure the mines together and bring stability to the region. Our allies' goals are the same as our own. Is it so difficult to imagine?" he asks with an eyebrow raised. Out here among Varnarud's most scorched and treacherous terrain, one would not be surprised by anything. Not knowing whether or not to trust him, you give him a non-committal response and ask him why he's talking to you. Surely he would be best served by taking part in the frontal assault. Not so. The gods did not favor me when I fought your champion. Oh, this guy! But I will admit I was bested that day. Today is the day when I would return the favor of any of my enlightenment. Take me with you, Vagrus. I will wreak the most havoc from the depths. The vile crimson skull will taste the iron of Scrap Heap's finest. Some might consider it an enticing offer, but it falls to you to decide. A glance at your allies' leaders makes this clear. They are perfectly happy with the notion of him accompanying you below. We'll take him with us. This could be interesting. Though the reaction is subdued, you can tell that Lather is pleased to have his chance at redemption, at least in his own eyes. Then it is settled, he says with a measured confidence. Come, let us wage death on the Crimson Skull. They will meet their ends by my spear. You tell Lather that he will follow your orders in battle no matter what. The rear guard assault on the cannibals is yours to carry out, and he would do well to remember who is in charge. Aye, I know. Your companion's prowess speaks well of your command. I will do as bidden. Yes, I remember this now. Gorgoro was the one that defeated him in single combat. You nod at the warrior, satisfied. Shortly after, you explain where and how he can make himself most useful. After all, you have seen him in battle, and he is no slouch, even if he is no match for your finest companions. You leave with the warrior in tow. Before you begin your descent, you get exact instructions from your allies with the map about where exactly you will need to go. It is also necessary for you to decouple the crew from their cargo. There can be no sense in hauling it through the mines. Everyone present will need to be able to move quickly, so you take only the essentials. The details of how to get there are clear enough, but it is not long after leaving the vicinity of the mines that the terrain becomes arduous to navigate. No clear path is distinguishable, so the crew ends up navigating between rocky outcroppings and perilous paths of rubble and scree that are obscured from the would-be onlookers. As you continue to descend, now wedged between the rock on the outside and the rubble inside its confines, you see a hollowed-out section that beckons no more than 100 feet below. It is no wonder that none other than the Crimson Skull found this entrance. To anyone other than explorers with a death wish, there is no reason you should ever find it. Finally, the crew stands next to the makeshift opening. The more curious among them chance glances into its interior. You peer inside too. The tunnel itself retains the dwarven architecture these mines are so famous for, but there are warning signs written in blood outside its entrance as well. Most of them are unintelligible, but the skull motifs and tasteless drawings belie the fact that this is their lair and they do not welcome interlopers. Closer examination of the surrounding area reveals another disturbing fact. There are bones among the rubble, and by the looks of them they are human. You shudder and lead the crew in alongside your companions. Once you enter, your senses are assaulted by a fetid metallic stench. You have the crew ready themselves for combat at a moment's notice, but none of the skull's scavengers are around. Not yet. The opening fades into the distance, and only faint illumination serves to light the way. Moving deeper and deeper into the tunnels, you pass by other passages that have been collapsed. Crude scrawlings of blood on the walls and decrepit effigies appear to have been erected after sacrifices, then hoisted up for all to see. The desire to gag overcomes you at times, but you continue apace despite it. Soon, there are bodies. The source of the stench is clear, yet despite it, many presents give in to their morbid fascination and examine them. Most are long dead, and at least half-eaten, their fate made apparent by the now faded bite marks that cover some corpses. Is there a method to the skull's madness? Not all victims have been entirely consumed, which makes you wonder just for a moment what you think before you think better of it and push the thought from your mind. Did they taste bad? That was the thought that came to me. At the end of the passage you occupy, there is a sharp turn to the right. Just before it is an effigy of a skull formed from a human bone. The harsh, macabre sight appears like some landmark. In the moment you realize what it is, one of the crew at the front lifts up a hand, signaling noise ahead. You mirror the movement, commanding your companions and crew to stop through gesture. Everyone freezes, and for the first time you hear murmurs, and then a low chanting, just below exchanged words between several individuals who seem closer. Carefully orchestrated movements reveal what is beyond the corner. There are a number of what appear to be sentries. Behind them are a cadre of kneeling members of the Crimson Skull. At your behest, your forward guard pulls back, and you quietly signal how you want them to attack. Then, at what you judge to be the right moment, you give the order to pounce. I don't think we need to boost ourselves with resourcefulness here. Good job. You peel the corner alongside your komes, and the massacre begins in earnest. Projectiles fly, and the sentinels are brought low in an instant. Your warriors charge into the kneeling cannibals, killing them without mercy, leaving no one alive despite discordant pleas and calls to alert their allies in the other tunnels. Then, after the first group is dead, your komes rush through to a connecting chamber and continue the slaughter unabated. By now, the Crimson Skull are converging upon your position from the surrounding tunnels, their deranged fury made apparent by unfettered howls of madness. The whole comitatus is ready to meet them in battle. Oh, you guys got jumped. I assume if you fail that roll, they have like a higher combat score. These people are toast. They have 8 dudes. That's not enough dudes. Let's see. Guarded advance. I like the guarded advance because it changes... It takes away the critical failure and boosts our success. Let's see if anything else would. This would greatly increase our critical success. So flanking assault would kind of as well. Not as well as insult, but feint doesn't really do anything useful. We could, and then we could cull their ranks or eliminate the leaders. I kind of think we go insult and try a guarded advance insult. Oh, get wrecked. Absolutely devastated. Critical success. That's what I was hoping to see. We don't need to really give our people time to heal. I don't think anybody got hurt. The seemingly endless ranks of the Crimson Skull begin to melt away, most of them dead or fleeing. Then, from a darkened tunnel at the far end of the cavernous lair, a distinct band of cannibals emerge. At its head is a depraved member of their cult. He towers above the others and wears a bloodied mask that clings to his large bald head. His frame is heavily muscled and his skin is covered with scars and bites. Despite the chaos afoot, he and his brethren approach with little haste. It is as though they do not care about the carnage unfolding around them at all. The leader hisses before flashing a sickly scarlet grin. He is fed, and recently. When you come face to bloody face with him, he unleashes a feral howl like an unrestrained demon. "Fools!" he growls. "Why do you trespass on Goregrin's domain? The Crimson Skull's champion is favored, and we will never relinquish its holy grounds. We will feast upon your flesh." Goading you with a murderous smile, the leader spreads his arms in a gesture of arrogance, a blade in one hand and a cleaver in the other, before he charges with ravenous fury. With the rest of the crew otherwise disposed, chasing stragglers or recovering, only your finest komes stand ready to fight. Companion combat. Oh yes, we have our friend. I think we'll swap Eilani out for Gorgoro here. Oops. And honestly, I think it's fine to go with our main 3 people behind. So who's you're the danger guy. Goregrin. I think I'd like to kill your friends before going for you, since you only have 1 attack. Nice crit. Double burn. Didn't kill anybody. Hold on. Somehow the sounds got like way louder. There we go. The combat sounds have always been really loud, but I think turning them down will be good. Let's boost Nadir. Our usual. Hit this guy. I don't care about him. Do it. All right, that's not what I wanted you to do. Chain lightning. Still really loud, but better than it was. What are your moves, sir? Oh, you're at the back now. That's not really where I want you. Immovable defense, tactical superiority. All right, let's move you around. Gorgoro, you rush forward and put Finderath at the back. Good kill. Don't hit Kreefta. Can you stop that? Stop putting my frontliners at the back line. Rude. All right, throw down the wards. And then you're just gonna have to spend your turn getting back to the front, my man. Goodbye. I didn't kill this guy. That's shocking. You have to be hit because you're guarding the dude in front of you. I would like you not to hit Nadir. He's thinking about it real hard. Any day now. Oh, you and your Crimson Totem. How do you know also? Why would Nadir not go to the back? Do they know that Nadir is not supposed to be in the front? I thought you would do more damage than that. Go ahead and boost Nadir again. You run to the front. Don't you dare Crimson Skull me again. All right. Nice, double kill. Well done. Goregrin's group lays motionless on the ground, having perished mere moments before. For the first time, you feel the ground shaking, the distant din of battle echoing through the tunnels yet unexplored. Your allies are likely locked in combat with the cleansing conflagration or the raptors. The Crimson Skull have either abandoned the hollowed-out cavern or are dead within it, giving you the chance to look around. There appears to be of little value, though a well-lit tunnel disappears beyond perception, presumably leading to the central mineshaft and your allies. Elsewhere, dark and constricted passages beckon, their innards illuminated by crude torches, and makeshift implements. I am interested in looking around, but I think the battle ahead would be better suited to us presumably pincering everybody quicker. You cover the ground necessary until the crew is moving hastily through the main tunnel to the central mine shaft. The din of battle rises, reaching a crescendo when you emerge from the tunnel's confines and step out to see the massive scaffolding, ladders, and makeshift bridges connecting the various sections of the mine. Your allies are hundreds of feet above, while in between them you see bands of the cleansing conflagration and raptors deep in the throes of combat. Higher up, your allies do battle with both gangs, but all is chaos. Above the massive shaft, an ancient metal bridge connects to the other side, where you can see the flame-worshipping gangers busy battling a small force of raptors with their backs turned. There can be no doubt they will emerge victorious in moments. Oh yeah, let's absolutely ambush the cleansing conflagration. Because if they're battling with the other gang and we can wipe them out before they defeat the other gang, great news. The crew rushes forward at your behest, weapons at the ready. At the sound of agony and the death fills the air, you reach the halfway point and watch helplessly as a projectile erupts in sheer flame not 10 paces distant. You steal a glance above and realize that other members of the cleansing conflagration have seen your gambit and are attempting to halt your advance or smother you in flame before you can get there. The projectiles keep coming, and it is only through swift, purposeful movement that the crew will be able to avoid the destruction brought to bear. We did it. We're so crafty. You charge at the cleansing conflagration continues without relent. Your crew and companions dodging the fiery ornaments by little more than a hair's breadth. Some crew are hit or injured, but their wounds are not severe, and they do not stop the advance. Finally, the Comitatus reaches the other side, and the last of the raptors are felled or burned just as your charge crashes upon their rear flank. Like a tide of icy water against a burgeoning fire. Screams of suffering and death pierce the air as their ranks are felled, and soon the main cleansing conflagration forces turn to face you. They are eager to rid the mines of your existence, and a skirmish is at once underway. Alright, you guys are also quite weak. Kill them. So let's see. We did guarded advance and insult last time, but we don't have enough resourcefulness to do that. So I think we'll go guarded advance, eliminate leaders, and try to torch them as fast as we can before they burn us to death. So Kreefta's been beat up pretty ruthlessly here. Where did our one dude go? Maybe he only shows up in boss battles. So despite you guys being fire wielders, you're not, well, you're a little resistant to fire. Maybe in that case we bring Garrick. Oh, no. We'll bring Ren here. It's been a minute since I brought Ren anywhere. Let's try to get some stuns off. Good stun. That's this guy, so we don't want to attack him. Nice crit. Jump forward, kill this man. Yes, good job. Now you're in the clear, so you're probably gonna throw fire at us. Nope, you're just gonna step forward like a doofus. Oh, crit for 12 is fantastic. Let's boost Ren again, because the double dagger throw can be really, really dangerous. He killed himself. I don't know. I think that's a buff move, but because he only had 1 HP, I think he just died. Poor guy. All right, you're stunned, so let's go for this guy in the middle. Nice. Good job, Ren. Maybe I need to bring Ren to more things. Stun. He did not get stunned. Any attack they don't block is a crit, which is pretty sick. Dead. Dead. Oh, we're just like wrecking these people. Their life is forfeit. Rush forward. Hit him. Oh my lord. They didn't stand a chance. Toast. Absolutely devastated. We'll heal up. Not that we need to. Ooh, look at all the stuff we're getting. No one escapes. The flame-worshipping gangers fall to the last, ostensibly preferring fight over flight. The battle is still raging above, and it looks as though it will for some time. Out in front, a well-lit tunnel leads to the way into what one would assume is the cleansing conflagrations territory. Though in the moment of decision you remember what your allies told you. Whatever the cultists are doing, there is little chance it can be of any use. Indecision, perhaps the worst of faults during the assault. You must decide where to go, and you must do it now. I think we've already made our decision to try and collapse the battle against the enemy as quickly as possible. So let's continue trying to get to our allies as quickly as we can. The scaffolding is rickety and hazardous at best. Many might consider it a death trap, but as you cover ground, both vertical and horizontal, you discover that it is fairly resilient. The cultists of the cleansing conflagration are the first you encounter. To get to them, you must scale a ladder built of old rotting wood. One can only imagine that it came from the dead forest, though it remains sturdy despite the weight. Once atop, you see the flame worshippers off to the side in pursuit of a group of raptors who are doing battle against your allies further above. While the rest of the crew jockey for position behind and below, you and your companions storm toward them, and intentions clear. You crash into them with righteous fervor. All right, more of these fools, and this guy is back. Ren did actually really well there, so let's stick with him, and we'll swap out. Oh, you know what, Aelani? Since you have the stun, we'll bring you instead of Scornar here. Nice crit. Oh, double crit. All right, I would like to stun this guy with the golden hair. All right, you swap with Aelani real quick and hit this guy. You, sir, actually get to attack somebody for once. So that guy's dead. Gorgoro, just hit this guy again. Although he's the stunned one, I shouldn't have done that. And I killed him. Oh well, I don't think I would have been able to kill anybody else anyway. Good block, 0 damage. Missed, and I don't know if you'll... Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you can attack anybody, but then I realized he has a big torch and then would probably burn me like he did. You probably won't bleed to death, but I'm gonna stun your buddy. And then we're hoping Finderath finishes you off. Fantastic news. Good work. With the fiery cultists slain, you cover the ground between your current position and the raptors above, climbing several ladders in the process. The bulk of the scavenger gangs, both your allies and foes, battle it out near the central shaft's apex. The clanging and clashing of weapons echoes throughout. At last, you ascend the last of the ladders needed to close the gap, coming face to face with the raptors and their animalistic bone and hide masks. Like wild animals, they unleash wild screeches and howls as they lope towards you and your comies. Their intentions clear. They shall have to be put down like the wild beasts that they purport to be. With the rest of the crew scattered, your companions are left to the task, and they are more than capable. Yeah, they've kind of just wrecked everybody they've come across so far. The raptors are probably my least favorite crew to fight, to be honest. But I think we can make this work. Because they're so evasive is the thing. Stun this fool? He's stunned. Fantastic news. We can swap with Eilani. Nice crit. Burn him. He lived. Barely. Owie! That's a move I hate. Alright, he's gone. I wish you would attack my frontliners instead of my backline people. You paralyzed my sorcerer? I can't believe you've done this. They love to go after the backline. I think that's the other thing that I hate about the Raptors is they're backline murderers. I can't believe I can't attack anybody other than the guy that's already stunned. Let's try to stun this nerd. Fantastic. Of course, once again, I kill him immediately after stunning him. That's okay. Let's try to kill this dude. He's gone. And then Finderath lightning this boy. That didn't work. Don't throw poison at me. I'm gonna get mad. Oh, you knocked down my sorcerer, you dickhead. Oh, I hate evasion so much. Hit him. Thank you. Nadir's not gonna be happy that she got knocked down, but what are we gonna do? That poison must be pretty nasty. With the now perished raptors relegated to Tartarus, you chance a glance above, seeing that victory is also at hand for your allies. The bulk of their forces are busy pitting the cleansing conflagration and raptors to the sword. You're reminded of the precarity of the wooden scaffolding and the scant space it affords when you see an ally locked in combat with his attacker, a bone-masked raptor who falls to his death when shoved off in retaliation to an attempted grapple. The crew ascends the last of the ladders before looking around once more. Most scavengers have perished or are scattered below, where they seem suddenly hesitant to advance. The course of action is plain to see. You must eliminate the stragglers before they have a chance to regroup and recoup by launching another counter-assault. Then, much to your horror and surprise, a racket echoes from below. It is a loud hissing cacophony that rises to a crescendo as hundreds of thousands of tiny creatures emerge from the depths. The boundless mass of vermin, not unlike a million rats clumped together, covers everything, its ranks moving like a flood of corrupted flesh through the tunnels, over bridges, and along the scaffolding. All is consumed in its path. Is this the Gnaw your allies spoke of with a mixture of dread and apprehension? Fire cultists, cannibals, and the raptors succumb to the tide of death and devastation, but their demise affords you a closer look. The vermin cannot scale the walls of the central shaft, but are instead moving inexorably toward you using the same means you and your crew did mere minutes before. Even this far up with your combined forces ready to stand against them, you doubt your chance of victory. They will be upon you in moments, leaving you little time to decide. You call out to your allies to begin dismantling the scaffolding below by any means necessary. Rush down the scaffolding with your companions and allies to face them in battle. What are these horrible little monsters? They're like rats combined together. Alright, we can't use these people. Our people have all been pretty beat up here. Garrick, you come out of the storage. I guess we bring out Javik. I haven't used Javik in forever. Oh damn, I didn't realize we had a Hollow Man with us as well. So who does that leave freed up then? Harvick, what are you at as far as health? You're like half health? That's not the worst. Yeah, we'll go Harvick there. Yeah, Nadir's just too low HP. If the, like, I would prefer Nadir as far as like her being able to do AoE against these guys, and I have a feeling they're probably not all that, yeah, resistant to fire and electricity, but the fact that our people are so low that if they have any kind of like ranged attack, they're just gonna knock my people out instantly anyway. So we'll just try our best here. Nice crit, well done. I was hoping you'd be able to erase that guy's mind, but that didn't work. One down. What does this do? Makeshift pylum. Or measured jab. We'll just jab. Jab away. Shoot this guy? Nice. I love the crit 14. It's a great feeling. Ooh, you guys get 2 attacks. Gross. I'm glad I killed 2 of you. All right, at least you can't attack from the back row. But now you'll get to attack again. Nice miss. The swarm and the nibble is the 2 moves, it looks like. All right, let's lunge forward. Nice crit. Well done. And then we'll focus fire on this guy on the left here. Except for Gorgoro, who is going to hit this guy on the right. And then we're just going to hit the guy on the right. Oh, you didn't kill him. I hope you would. That's rough. All right, throw your grenade. Oh, that didn't kill him either. Good dodge, good dodge. Their attacks at least aren't particularly strong. They just have a lot of them. So, and then that guy actually bled out. Nice hit. Reload just in case you need to, Garrick. Melt that guy's brain a little bit. Gorgoro, you actually can't do anything over here, so we're just gonna wait. And then just target him, I suppose, and then poke him to death. Not so bad. Unless we have to keep fighting them. The first clumps of the rat-like vermin litter the ground in a bloody mass, but you can see your allies in a battle for survival themselves. All around you, they keep coming, yet a stolen glance at your allies and crew lets you know that progress is being made. It is difficult to say how long they will need to completely cut the swarm off. Either way, you shall have to hold the line a little longer. You ready yourselves and your companions, albeit reluctantly, to face them. One more battle, once more into the fray. All right, they can't attack the back line as far as I can tell. So this time, I'm gonna bring my range specialists here. And then really try to hammer them with AoE. Killed the one at least. Nice. Missed a couple of them. So now here's where the danger lies, is when they all get to go repeatedly, one after the other. Although, if you keep shuffling back and forth, like front to back, I guess you just hang out at the back then. As long as I keep attacking these guys, I don't really mind. Ah, man, they're evasive too. Not particularly, though, now that I see their stats. Good hit. Like, I feel like they're evading way better than they should be, is what's happening. Because they only have 16% evasion. Doesn't seem like they're particularly evasive. We didn't kill anybody there, unfortunately. Got that guy. So only 3 more to go, and one's at the back, so he can't attack us from there. Did you just attack your own friend? That does kind of track as far as like these dudes at the back. Yeah, he straight up ate his friend. Interesting. Just keep hitting the guy in the front. Missed the one, but I did kill the guy. Just dogpile him. There we go. No problem. The Gnaw's rotten, messy flash has been beaten back for now, yet even with a moment of respite, you see some of your allies and crew need more time. The rest of the swarm regroups as swiftly as possible, and you glimpse the largest swell of their ranks imaginable. The tide will be too much. Everyone instantly understands this fact and forms up to face the overwhelming sea of vermin that threatens to consume everything and everyone. They crash upon you like a dark cloud of devastation. This is gonna be a long episode. Well, they're not particularly strong. Nadir is out of combat. Hold them off. Eliminate the leaders. Cull their ranks. We are out of resourcefulness, so we kind of just have to like let it fly. Got a little bit of wounded. They're retreating. I don't think I need to chase these guys. Give our dudes time. Hopefully some of them will heal up. One did, but I think one died. The guy I hired here. Oh, and they got a slave as well. Rough. Dragged into the pit below. At last you push back their ranks and revel, if only for a moment in their halted advance. Swiftly you withdraw back and up while the Gnaw reconsolidates just out of reach, and you notice that those who were working at decoupling or severing the scaffolding you occupied mere moments ago are finished. It is time to cut out the festering wound from its appendage. Withdrawing hastily via ladders to the platforms above, you watch in horror as the remainder of the vermin mass rallies forward anew, the inexorable swarm pushing forward with renewed vigor. But they cannot reach you. As they scurry up the last of the scaffolding, it is instead severed completely, rendering them useless and on a one-way trip to Tartarus. You cannot help but grin as you watch what remains of their rodent ranks fall to the shaft's bottom, where active fissures spit hot lava and death for any that might somehow survive the fall. Behind you, your allies call out, and your combined forces have finally prevailed. Okay. I think this is a great place to pause the episode. I think we have beaten the combat, so we will pick up here right here next time. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Vagrus The Riven Realms or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everyone, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!